Hi guys, I'm here today with some key vocabulary for those of you studying motor vehicle maintenance or engineering. Also might be relevant to some of you guys. Now, I'm the first to admit I know nothing about motor vehicles. I can't even drive. But for those of you studying this as a vocational subject, as part of your Key Stage 4 examinations, it might be really useful for you to have accurate vocabulary that you can spell correctly. And also, if you're applying for a job or for an apprenticeship, it might be really useful for you to be able to spell some of the key words of things that you're using on a day-to-day basis. So here we've got, and I hope the pictures are accurate. Again, I have really very little knowledge, I'm afraid. I do understand that an accelerator is what causes your vehicle to speed up. You've got an alternator there, which generates a change in current. The carburetor, that's a tricky word, but it kind of mixes the fuel and air in the correct amounts and then transfers that to the cylinders within the engine. The chassis, now it's an odd spelling, it sounds like it should be a Y at the end, but in fact it has the IS ending, and that's just your base frame for your vehicle. Okay, the clutch, this is another one I kind of know. So this is the mechanism within a car that transfers the power from the engine to the gearbox. When you want to change gears, you need to press down your clutch. The distributor, I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure what job this does, you probably know better than me. But it passes the electrical current to the spark plugs. I have heard of a fan belt, particularly because I remember my dad's going on a long journey south one day, and I was being stuck on a motorway for several hours, and I understand that that's your piece of rubber that transfers torque from the crankshaft to the shaft of the cooling fan, and without that you can have a screamy awful noise in your engine. So ignition, that's where we put the key in, but it's actually the act of starting the combustion of fuel. So sending the fuel, combusting it, and starting the engine therefore. Okay, we've also got piston, which is, as you can see from the screen, a disc or cylinder that fits inside a tube, moving up and down and causes motion in an engine. The radiator, again, my dad must have had right old bangers, but I do remember the radiator also overheating and us having to sit whilst the car cooled down. And the radiator is a cooling device through which the water circulates. Now, a silencer, which a lot of the boy racers don't seem to use, I don't think, on their cars. That's a drum-shaped kind of part of the exhaust pipe, and it's designed to reduce the noise made by an engine. But as I say, I'm not convinced that's always used. Okay, last spelling for you, turbocharger. This is a small turbine pushing the air and fuel mixture into the engine at a slightly higher rate. A higher pressure, and that kind of increases the power produced by an engine. Sounds again like something some of the boy racers might have, but a bit out of my comfort zone, this one. Okay, rewind and have a look through here at these different spellings. Why don't you have a look at my other tutorial on spelling your way, and if there's some of these that you're finding tricky, try some of the strategies that I've advised in that tutorial. Okay. Best of luck with your motor vehicle vocab.